Welcome back to This Takes the Cake from our Palm Beach office. This is our very first recording in our Palm Beach location. We are super excited. Becca, we're here.
Hi,
Finally.
I'm Becca.
Becca's our lead planner. This is her first podcast. She's super nervous, but hey, high five. We're recording in Palm Beach. Ready?
Ready.
Celebration. Woo! That came out awesome. And it's a huge messy mess because they were on sale on Amazon, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, someone will clean it up.
Cheers.
Not us.
To our first podcast, we're celebrating. Oh, we have to hit it down?
Yeah, I always
That's
do.
a thing? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that was a thing.
If we were closer, I would do the wrap arm thing.
No, it's the whole microphone thing. It's really cramping our style.
Really
so in this episode of This Takes the Cake, our very first podcast, we are literally going to be telling you all about our Palm Beach office. We have new digs in the Palm Beach location. Our wedding season is fully underway, and we're also going to be having our vendors on, some past brides, our Palm Beach team. So it's going to be super fun. We're very excited to start recording out of here. We even have some other office owners flying in to record at the Palm Beach office too. So it's
everyone wants to see it.
I mean, it's
I don't blame them.
So tell them about our new space.
It's about 6 times bigger than our last space.
It is bigger. It's much bigger.
We have one bathroom.
This is like House Hunters. One bathroom,
God
2
bless.
baths.
That was honestly the only thing on my list. Every place we toured, I only wanted to see the bathroom.
It's true.
That's it.
It's true. Which is an important thing when you think about it. We are a bunch of women that work together. We need a nice bathroom. No, our old office was very small. It worked fantastic for the time being, but we definitely needed more space. We were looking at more space. We were thinking about more space. And then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was that we shared with someone else, and Becca got walked in on the bathroom, and she came out straight-faced and said, we have to move or I have to quit.
Or I quit. Like, for real. I was not coming back that day.
She really wasn't.
I almost didn't even tell you. I almost just straight up walked out. Like, I'm sorry,
if you
it's not working.
If you would have come in and like grabbed your purse and just like walked out, I'd been like, is she coming back?
I'd be like, you can ask him what happened. I'd be like, ask that guy.
But thank God it was 30 seconds later because it would have been very uncomfortable. So first, that's our new office. We can't wait. We're having a huge grand opening coming up. We are super excited to invite all of our vendors, past brides, all of our creative partners to come see the office, celebrate the wedding season with us, and be a part of our team. It's not only the S&B team, it's our creative partner team that helps make all these weddings come true. So we're super excited to have everybody out here.
December 13th, mark your calendars. 6 p.m.
Yeah. Exactly. So we are going to have all kinds of fun stuff happening that night. We're very excited for that. But I think our new office is amazing. We have new team members that you're going to be talking to. We have new planners that are going to be talking to. We have old planners, same old faces that everybody knows and trusts. And our new girls are really excited to be a part of the team as well. Becca, you came from Jersey.
I did.
You did event planning in Jersey.
Jersey and Philly.
Okay. So tell us. I don't think I even read that on your resume. I should probably go back.
I lived there for like a year, like a whole year of my life. It's fine.
So tell us about like Palm Beach weddings that are different than Jersey, that are different in Philly. Obviously, we know weather's a different factor, but tell us a little bit about is it what you thought it would be when you got here? And I know you came from event planning experience. You had extensive experience in event planning, but what's so different
down here? I would say in Jersey, it's very heavy on wineries, forest vibes, cold weather, because we actually had a decent amount of cold weddings versus hot weddings. Yeah.
Really?
I did multiple where I had to wear like a winter coat. Because it's cold pretty much November to April.
Yeah, so do you have like a wedding season there where it's busier like we are here? Like, I know in the summertime when we were working, you were like, oh my God, I'm dying. I really want wedding season. Although we're still planning crazy weddings, we're not executing them as much during the summer because of hurricane season and things like that. So I kept saying, well, be careful what you wish for, be careful what you wish for. And now we are slamming in wedding season. And tell us like,
oh yeah,
are you like, oh God?
Right
yeah, because I know you were working 7, 8 o'clock at night.
In the summer, I was like, oh my gosh, we need more stuff to do. I'm leaving at 2 p.m. I need more stuff to do. And now I would kill to leave at 2 p.m. because I leave at 7.
Now we don't eat lunch till 2
I don't
p.m.
eat lunch. I don't eat dinner or breakfast. I eat midnight snacks. That's my routine right now. I think the past 2 weeks we've been working like 10, 12-hour days.
In the office. And not even including weddings on the weekends. And I mean, luckily we have an amazing team of lead and assistant planners who absolutely kill it on the weekends when it's their time to shine. But it's that preliminary work of the timelines, the layouts, the updates, communicating with the vendors, communicating with the brides, going over updates, our Zoom meetings, having the brides come into our new office and go over stuff. Walkthroughs, you know, making sure we have everything down. Yeah. You're always in meetings, which is fantastic for me.
I know, you're welcome.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Now's where she gets and asks for a raise on camera.
You just give me an idea. Stay tuned for the end. It's going to be a real awkward conversation between me and Jackie.
It'll go in the bloopers.
Give me more money. Yeah, there you go.
No. So what was do you have a moment that takes the cake for Florida yet?
That one's hard because I feel like there's been many high medium moments, but I'm waiting for one that's like, holy crap, like what just happened?
I like know like what for me takes the cake with you so far.
I think it's that one at Pelican Club with the groomsmen.
Oh no, mine's different.
Okay, I'll say mine first.
For your okay, tell me yours.
Mine was when we had ceremony. It was a little different. They ended up doing pictures before cocktail hour, so guests went back to the hotel, and we're taking all these photos and we're looking for all the groomsmen, and one just
I know what you're talking about.
One just happened to meander his way, if that's the right word.
He disappeared.
One just happened to find his way onto the dock and found a hose and decided to strip all of his clothes off and spray himself down with the hose. Before pictures. Before anyone had even started drinking. I mean, he started probably the day before.
He started something.
Yeah, he started something, but that I think to me was like, what's happening? Like, what is going on?
I know we lost him. We were like lining up everybody for pictures, and we found him on the dock. Like he was soaking
wet,
and then he was gone again.
No, that's what I was gonna say. After that, I never saw that man again.
We were like, is he in the ocean?
No,
like,
I was waiting for him to like roll up. Did I hit that? I think I did. I was waiting for him to roll up on the seas.
She's
or
from
that
Jersey.
hammock.
She talks with her hands.
Yeah, I do. And when I'm nervous, I talk with my hands.
So for me, I think it was like our summer wedding. It was a very small wedding. It was super fun, super easy, very laid back couple. But it was funny because the mom and dad did not get along at all. I'm not even going to say the venue or the couple or anything, but it was a very laid back wedding. It did not, it was very relaxed. And then Becca got asked out by father of the bride, like asked out to go to dinner at father of the bride, which was like, she comes to me and she's like,
after he had tried to set me up with one of the guests.
Well, in that you made it clear, like you weren't interested. You weren't setting up. You were like, no, sorry. You were being very professional about it. And then he asked you, he was like, all right, well, maybe I'll take you for myself.
Yeah, if you want to ever go on a dinner.
But that's not even it. She comes to me straight face and she's like, Jackie, dead ass. He just asked me to dinner. Like,
and I said yes.
Like, no.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I did go to dinner?
Can you imagine my face?
What would we talk about? Besides the wedding, what would we talk about?
No, but even
how are the kids?
You were like, he's like 20 years older than me. Like, ew. Like,
yeah,
what am I
going
to do?
my dad's age.
Yeah, he's literally your dad's age. But
That's
then
weird.
at the same, I'm 20 years older than her too. But I have a lot of Botox.
Honestly, that's why I still look at you as like a hot stepmom.
It's the Botox.
That's like 30.
I'm 30.
Yeah,
I'm 30.
Basically.
I'm her hot stepmom.
Jackie's like my older sister that doesn't look anything like me, but neither does my sister. So honestly,
so what we did is
no, but that's not even the end of that.
No, I know it gets better. This was over the summer. I'm saying
June.
like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And they don't live around here. I don't even know where they were from.
It was a destination wedding.
Where were they from? I have no idea.
Doesn't matter.
But far.
We're keeping it very black and
anonymous.
White.
And I get a text last week, and I didn't have the number saved because I'm not saving that number. Why would I? I'm like, who the hell is this? He goes, hey, I'm back in Florida. Been so long since the wedding, haven't seen you. And it took me at least like 10 minutes to connect the dots of who was talking to me.
And then he literally was like, I'm back in town. Do you want to go out? And we're like looking at each other. She's like, I don't even know what to respond. I'm like, don't. Like, don't.
I almost did.
Don't respond at all.
I'm nice. And I was just going to say like, oh, I'm busy. But then I forget, like, I'm never going to see this man again in my life. I don't need to.
No.
So, sorry. I don't even know his name. Like, I have no idea. I just know his age.
I think a lot of people will watch and follow and listen. I don't think anybody realizes, except the people in the, our creative partners and things like that. But Is it surprising to you how much goes into a wedding day? Like, I know you came from events, but is this a different ball game? Because we're working 10 to 12 hour days.
Yeah, because I did office work in Jersey, but it was remote and it was really just assisting.
Yeah.
So I didn't ever get to see the full start to finish behind the scenes, and it's insane.
It's insane.
There is way more than you think. You think it's just booking vendors, setting up a timeline, and then running the show, but there is about 1 million different things behind the scenes that honestly no one even sees.
No.
Like half the problems we fix, no one even knows about, and we want it to be that way.
Yeah.
You shouldn't know about it.
And the thing is we put our heart and soul into every event, whether it be a 40-person wedding to a 350-person wedding. Yeah. We put our team, and in general, and even our lead planners who work the weekends, and we put our heart and soul into everything. So it's like we take time away from our families, our kids. Saturday I missed homecoming for my daughter's homecoming sophomore year. I missed my other daughter's soccer game.
Saturday my parents were in town.
Your parents flew into town and you miss them. And it's like we put so much into our events because we care about our couples so much that we want to be there. We not only want to see it come to life, but we want to make sure it runs so smooth. We had a wedding on Saturday, and the bride was amazing. The couple was amazing. Their families were amazing. We had so much fun planning with them. And, as much as we plan, as much as we organize, as many details, as many hours as we put in, we got there and like our stomachs dropped because we got there and ceremony was not set up, which is not
within
normal.
The first 10 minutes of us getting there. It was
first
already
10 minutes of getting there. She says, the venue manager comes over and goes, do you know what time the chairs are being delivered? Well, we didn't rent chairs because the bride had rented everything through the venue. And I said, well, that's on your BEO that the chairs are coming. And she's like, oh, I didn't rent chairs. I'm sorry. We have about 220 people walking in here in the next 3 hours for a ceremony, and we have no chairs. Now, the venue had chairs, but what the bride and what we had all had on our timeline, our layout, and envisioned was a different chair.
Plus, those chairs were bigger, and we're fitting 215 people in that space. So
it would not have worked.
It would have been tight and just awkward.
So immediately she's like, well, I thought you guys were getting chairs. I didn't know we were getting chairs. Like, what are we doing? We need to fix this. So I said, listen, before we freak out, let's make sure the bride knows that she was planning on renting these chairs. And she did. She said she had about 10 to 15 conversations with the venue regarding these chairs. I told her, don't worry about it. We're going to get it fixed. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And we did.
We called right away. Like
immediately we were
at
calling.
Least 3
she was on the phone
places.
with rental places, and she's like, I need you to call me back within 5 minutes because I'm calling 3 other rental places.
Yep. We need 215 chairs in 2 hours. Can you make it happen? Yes or no?
Yeah. And we didn't even care if they were set up. Like, we'll set them up. We'll get waiters and their servers in there. We'll figure it out.
I'll set up 200 chairs any day of the week if I need to.
100%.
Yeah.
Always. So we ended up by the
grace of God.
Rental gods were shining on us, and we got 215 chairs delivered within 2 hours. We got them set up, ceremony. The bride was ecstatic that her vision was coming to life. But things like that happen. It doesn't matter how many details we plan, how many things, something could happen. I've had a gluten-free couple come in, and we had a top tier separated for them for their cake cutting. And it was one of those things to where she had celiac or he had celiac, and they couldn't, when you do their cake cutting and you want to feed each other, you can't have, if you have celiac, you can't have a regular cake. So cake got delivered. It was ordered through a venue. Everything was fine. Cake got delivered on time. And I said, hey, where is the gluten-free top tier? And they said, well, what are you talking about? I said, what now? I said, well, look, it's right here on the invoice. I had the invoice right there. Pulled it out, and she said, oh, it's back at the bakery. I'll go pick it up. And I said, okay, no worries. It wasn't back at the bakery. The mix to make it was back at the bakery, and they had to literally make the entire cake. They got it delivered about 5 minutes before cake cutting. We swooped it in, snuck it on the back of the table. I don't think that, I still keep in touch with that bride and groom. I don't think they even realize.
I don't think so either.
Because we're never going to tell them what happened.
Yeah,
we're never going to tell them what went wrong.
Unless it gets to the point that it could affect their day so badly, or that we really need their input. So the very last thing we do is go to the bride.
Yeah, the very last thing, because that's the thing. And that's what we always want to make sure it's seamless and it's smooth, and you have a dream team of vendors. That's another reason we have how many people on staff. Depending on your guest count, we have 3 to 4 planners at every wedding.
Yeah.
I've had a transportation company get lost or have a breakdown vehicle. I'm throwing my keys to my car over to, one of my girls and saying, going to get my bridal party.
Yeah.
You've had to run and pick up a cake that never got delivered. We've had to pick up florals.
Pick up rentals.
A bride forgot all of her bouquets and boutonnieres at the hotel. We're running to get those. Things like that happen. I can't tell you how many times flower baskets get forgotten.
Oh, every time. Or even when just flowers are delivered to the hotel and no one remembers to grab their bouquet. No one, ever.
Always.
Same with boutonnieres.
Always. Yeah. Is your champagne empty yet? Because it's a prop. It's just like, okay.
Actually, it's half full.
Let's do it again. Yay. I'm so excited.
I don't go down it every time.
I forget. Do it again.
No, you don't have to do it every time. It's only the first tip.
I don't know.
I don't take a shot and you go up, down, shot.
I don't do shots. We just talked about my age.
Oh, God. I hope I'm still doing shots at 30.
Not 30.
In my head, you are.
How are you adjusting to wedding day steps?
Like physical?
Actual physical steps. Because we average about, I'd say 5 to 7 miles on a wedding day.
Yeah, 10 to 15,000 steps, maybe 20,000.
On a wedding day?
100, yeah.
And it's so funny because summertime, we get out of shape.
I
was
huffing and puffing the first wedding.
Okay, so Becca started in March and we were in wedding season. We were like running and going.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important to know every venue is different. If you're at a barn or a ranch or a farm, you're doing a lot more steps than at a venue and an event space and things like that. In March, April, May, we were still running. Yeah. And then summer came. I remember you came in and you're like, summer got me fat. Like summer got me fat.
It got me chunky. It got me chunky. Well, also, I don't like going to the gym after a full day of work. I physically can't do it.
You're not going to the gym during wedding season. You work till 7 o'clock at night at the office.
I don't need to go to the gym during wedding season because I get all my workout.
So I don't need to give you a raise because you're saving money on a gym during wedding.
Oh no, I'm still paying for the gym. Oh.
That's just bad planning. Come on now.
Honestly, I just keep forgetting. I don't look. I just keep forgetting. But maybe if I do want to go back to the gym, I'm going to keep it.
Maybe if you do want, maybe at some point.
Never say never. I'm just going to keep paying for it.
So, but it's so funny because we just started back into wedding season. And I remember when we went over, it was actually fall. We took the kids to Universal Studios and my parents came.
Was this year?
Yeah. And my mom was like, oh my God, I got to sit down. Like when you're constantly walking a theme park for hours and hours and hours and the kids' energy doesn't stop.
It is like a theme park walk because if you're going to Disney, you're walking.
You're walking.
Yeah.
You're not stopping.
It is the same thing.
And my mom's like, oh my God, I got to sit down. She goes, don't your legs hurt? Don't your knees hurt? Aren't your feet killing you? And I go, no, Mom, it's wedding season. I train for this bitch. Because it's so true. You're like walking a theme park every weekend.
Still hurt, though.
Sometimes 3 times a weekend.
Yeah.
Well, you finally got new shoes.
I did. It took me
7
months to get new shoes.
Amazon black shoes that were, I'm like, those aren't going to last.
$30 of the worst shoes, basically made by like a thick sock and a sole that's like glued on. Like that's pretty much what I was wearing. So I splurged and I got some On Clouds.
She got some On Clouds.
Game changer. Absolute game changer.
It's night and day.
It's insane. Yeah. I'm walking on like a pillow.
So a photographer friend of mine tells me that the key is to change your shoes throughout the wedding. So she does like dressier shoes for ceremony, and then when it gets to reception or setup, like she does more of like a sneaker. I don't know. I think you're still gonna hurt.
The comfortable open-toed shoes, they're just not cute.
Oh, they're not cute.
They're so ugly.
No, I bought mine from like an orthopedic store and I don't care.
I'm still in that phase where I will suffer for beauty.
Okay.
I will do it.
I'm in the phase where I'm going to wear orthopedic shoes and I don't care.
See, I have that to look forward to, but right now I'm going to suffer a little bit and stay.
How many times do a wedding do I'm like, try on my shoes?
Yeah, anytime you get a pair of shoes in general, your Crocs that you got, those fuzzy Birkenstocks, I've tried on just everything every single thing you wear.
That's only 4 pairs I own.
Yeah, you should try on these after. Although you might stretch them out.
I probably will. You have like Barbie feet. They're so cute and little. They're Barbie feet.
Okay. I have the widest feet in the world.
No, mine are flat and wide.
They're flat.
Let's see. Flat. How do you decide that the clients? How do I decide what is my task and what is Becca's? Everything's Becca's.
It's always Becca.
It's always Becca.
Unless
Becca's out of town, sick, or not in the office, it's Becca's task.
Yeah, no, it's still me. It's just whenever I get back. I will sit at my desk and I'll just be, working, doing my own thing. And I'll hear Jackie on a Zoom and I just hear, oh, Becca will do this. Oh, I'll have Becca do this. And I just note it. I'm like, you know what? She doesn't even need to ask me. I just know I'm going to do it. I hear my name and I
love that we have a system.
I'm so sorry.
We have a system.
Yeah. I mean, we should really get an intercom though.
No, I just yell. I just like bellow through the office. Becca.
Yeah,
Or do you like my emails when I say, I highlight your name and I'm like, Becca, we'll get right on this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Half the time, if you are sending me an email, I kind of just, I'm
Well,
glancing over it because it's, you know,
that's why I always
trust
highlight.
you.
I bold your name because here's the thing: is I had a girl, and you have a lot of emails. I get that.
Yeah.
So I have a girl who, like, if I responded to an email, a lot of times there was something in the email that says like, "Hey, da 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 da,"
Yeah.
and she would just file it because I responded instead of reading my emails. And I'm like, this makes it so much easier. So I just be like, oh yeah, Becca will call and see if we can get that scheduled or whatever.
Becca will do this. Becca will do that.
But
and
she
will.
will. Except October.
will.
How many timelines and layouts did Jackie do in October?
No, you did the November ones. I did all the October ones.
I know, but I did them in October.
Okay, yes. So I did most of mine in September. You took the brunt for November, but I did all the October.
What you're saying
And
is
some of the
I made November my bitch.
Yeah, I did not. I was.
But you were doing a lot of Zooms and
I had
updates and
so
stuff
many
like that.
meetings and walkthroughs in the past
did.
couple weeks. Like
You did.
I would have
And when
been
it-
here till 10 p.m. if I wanted to.
Well, and that's the thing is that a lot of couples don't realize, like, a venue could be in Jupiter, a venue could be in North Palm Beach, a venue could be in Miami. So a venue walkthrough, a 30-minute walkthrough, it's like, oh, can we schedule that at 1 o'clock? That's an hour drive down to Fort Lauderdale or Miami, and an hour drive home at 30. Your day is shot.
It's over.
So you get in the office early, you get all your emails done, you go to your walkthrough, you come back.
And you're like, wow,
And,
it's 4 p.m.
and it's
already.
like there's no point in even getting your emails gone because they're
exactly
still going.
And then the next day, 2 more walkthroughs or a Zoom.
I did. So
need to
Friday
space them
morning
out.
before I left home, because we had a wedding on Friday. Before I left home, I had checked my email. I went through everything at home, and I had like 4 emails. And by the time I got to the wedding, because Friday's a work day, I
like
had
80.
70 emails, and I was like immediately anxious because I feel like I'm falling behind.
I know.
when
I
I'm at a wedding.
hate having them sit there.
And I don't want to put an away message up. I want my couples to know, like, I'm still glancing them. So during vendor meals, this and the other, we're always checking our emails, trying to respond. Hey, we're at a wedding today. We'll definitely get back to you. Things like that.
Yeah, I'll be at dinner with friends and I'm still checking my email. I'm like, sorry, you need to give me 30 minutes.
That's how
because
you know
I
you're a
need to do
lifer.
this. It is. And I feel like no one gets it. They're like, you can just wait. I'm like, I really can't though.
But
Like,
I do tell you, like yesterday, Monday was off. We were closed because we had 3 weddings over the weekend. And I was like, do not come in on Monday. And she's like, did you come in on Monday? I was like, I didn't come in on Monday.
I have to
from
force
home
myself to give myself time off. Like I have to force it to not
because
check
you
my
know
email.
what you're going to come into.
Exactly. So now I come into like 100. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have checked my email.
Yeah, I did check my
no.
email yesterday. I went through a few things. I answered a couple quick ones. But I do look at them and I kind of, that can wait till tomorrow type of a thing.
Just reading it, honestly.
Where do we see the Palm Beach office growing in the next year?
In the next year? So this would be what, like October 2025? Oh God. I would hope that...
Because you're leading weddings now. I know when you started, you were like,
Yeah.
I want to lead. And I was like, oh God, I don't trust you at all. But then...
I wouldn't.
You know, like, I think we started out, essentially, I would be at a couple weddings and then you would say, I'm leading. And I would say, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And I would be your assistant.
I mean, that's essentially how we
I
do
was
weddings
Becca's wedding
now.
bitch.
If we do work together, which is not as often,
Except
as I
that
would
one
love it to
groomsman
be.
would not leave me alone and I ended up leaving early. I was like, oh, yeah.
But if we are working a wedding, like it's usually like now, I'm telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Because you get to take that back seat a little bit and not have to, do everything. You're welcome.
It's true. But when you started leading your own weddings during the summer, we always said it's like, it kind of sucks because we don't get to work together.
I know.
As much.
It's
And
not
as
fair
fun.
because we have the most fun together.
We do.
Like reception, they are so much fun when it's you and me.
We do
because
have
we
fun.
dance.
I mean, there's not a wedding that
We
has
don't
gone by
dance
that
well.
we didn't dance.
Like it's not good
Dance
dancing.
well enough.
I know mine's not good. I know I'm making a fool of
I got
myself out
those-
there, but I don't care.
So I bought the glasses that record and I'm at a wedding
Insane.
and you got some good footage of you
Yeah.
like handing out the glow sticks and dancing and things like that. But you have to like keep in mind your head's moving a lot. But we got
I
some
got a
great,
boppy head apparently. It's gonna make you throw up if you see it.
yeah, it's like you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I think where we see our office going in the next, I think we're going to just continue to book, continue to grow. I don't want to move out of this space anytime soon
God,
because
no.
moving sucked. We finally got our space to where we want it. It feels like home.
Yeah, we're
It's
planting
very
here.
comfortable. But we are hiring new planners. We are getting a bigger team and we are going to continue to booking events. I think, I love birthday parties. I love proposals.
I know. I definitely do want to get into more events. Like I'd love to do just like a corporate.
Corporate,
or like
I think,
just
would be
personal-
fun. Weddings are fun. Weddings are a blast always,
Yeah.
and every wedding's different. I think I want to get into different venues too. I want to see more spaces. I want to get my creative juices flowing and having more fun. I want to definitely have
just get our hands in more things. Everywhere.
Oh yeah, the podcast. I mean, recording out of the Palm Beach office is like a huge step for us. So we're excited for that.
We're making moves this year. New office, new podcast. Like,
it's a big year. 2024.
It is. We're gonna have to top it next year though.
I don't want to get into office.
I don't know how, but we're gonna have to. We can pay someone to figure that out.
We'll pay a planner to figure out where we go from here.
Let's hire a planner for the planner.
Let's hire a decent planner around here. Okay, so what have you learned from working with me?
Nothing. I'm just kidding.
She says nothing.
So much. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like I'd say in the beginning, obviously I was learning a ton every day and I'm still learning. I still make mistakes. I still need to go to you sometimes. I'm constantly learning. Sometimes. I like to see if I can handle it myself. Oh my gosh, there's so many things.
I love when you're at a wedding and I see them trying to do like first look and you're like fluffing her dress or you're doing, and I'm like, get out of the camera.
Yeah, that's one thing I still need to work on is I'm not good at being aware.
Because you want to be with the bride. And
I know, I want to be there and helping her, and then I don't have the spatial awareness sometimes. That's why I tell the photographers, if you need to move me, shove me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Kick me out of the way. I don't care. I don't want to mess up your shot, but I also want her to love the shot.
Oh, 100%. And we're like so detail oriented and things like that. Well, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't, and this is like literally isn't on our paperwork, but what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't doing this?
That's a really good question. Honestly, I always wanted to be in real estate.
Oh, I did that.
See, you're and like now that I'm at this age, I've seen other people in real estate. I've seen what it really is. I don't think I would have enjoyed it if I had gone that route.
I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's cool to see the houses and stuff,
but it's similar because you're trying to find the right venue. You're trying to find what fits them, what their vibe is. You know, it's very similar. Like when we do venue searches for couples, it's like house hunters.
But I feel like real estate is more math than anything. There's a lot of numbers and contracts. And I'm fine with contracts, but when you start throwing formulas and payments and all that,
and they want, and that's somebody's life. Like you want to make sure you have those numbers tight. I think I'd be doing. I think I'd be a good attorney. I'm like really good at finding the loophole. I'm really good at finding the details. So if there's something like, somebody could say something, anything, and be like, oh, well, he said this. And I'm like, well, when did he? Oh, okay. Yeah. Just for example. You
are good at finding the receipts and saying, nope, I said this.
Actually, right here. I'm a huge fan of mic dropping. So, for example, the venue was like, oh no, we weren't supposed to order chairs. We took the chairs off your layout. Our layout is not created until 6 to 8 weeks before the wedding. Those chairs would have had to been ordered well in advance. So. No, you didn't pull them off our layout.
No, I pulled them off
the BEO to put them on the layout because I got your contract.
I don't just put random chairs. I'm going to do the chairs that I'm looking at.
Because you're reviewing each contract. Yep. So you see gold Shafari chairs on a BEO, you're going to put them on the layout. Exactly. Because the whole thing is that's the map of the day. You wanted to bring it to life. Yep. So little details like that, I'm like, actually, no, we did not get those chairs off of our layout. We wouldn't create a layout off of something that's not on your contract. Exactly. We even put on our timelines like what time photography ends because we're reviewing every contract.
We put everything. Those timelines have every single thing that is happening that day down to the T.
So what else have you learned from me? I just learned I'm supposed to tap my glass down, and I learned young stuff from you.
I have so much stuff, just even like how to communicate with vendors, how to be assertive without being rude.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like they need to listen to you because you're
running the show.
You know everything that's going on that day, and they only know their small part that the role they're playing.
Well, a planner's kind of like, I don't want to say master of ceremonies, but when a DJ says, oh, stay next to me and cue me on every song. No, dude, I'm running a whole wedding. Yeah. Like I have to worry about the florist. I have to worry about the bakery. I have to worry about food and beverage. I have to worry about speech times. I have to worry about all these other things. I don't have time to sit here and cue you on every song. That's your job.
Exactly.
So it's super important to make sure your professionals know their role. And that's where we're tying everything together. Now, I will say one thing I would say is when your planner is recommending a vendor, oh my God, use them because they're going to make your life so much easier. We're not going to send you people who suck. We're there all day too.
Yeah, there's a reason we don't have certain ones on our list.
And there's a reason the ones that are on there made the list 100%.
Yep. That list is gold. Honestly, everyone should just follow that list because it's a long list. We have a million options on there.
Super simple, especially like our month of planning.
If I can trust a vendor and I know I don't have to do any babysitting or checking in, that's time that's taking away from what I need to do, then the day is smooth.
Yeah, for sure. What is one of your most memorable weddings so far here? She's going to need a refill before the podcast is over.
They're all memorable in a different way. Like if I look at pictures, I can think back to that entire wedding and every single thing that happened. And that goes back even to my Jersey weddings.
Yeah.
Like I have to see a picture though. If you tell me a name, I'm like, I have no idea who that was.
I think one of the most recent ones, our most memorable fee, is when we sat down for a vendor meal. And you have to realize we are working 10-hour days. So when we sit down to eat, we finally sat down to eat. Usually we're grabbing a granola bar and still running, setting up chairs, setting up this, that, and the other. And we sat down to a vendor meal.
Starving.
Hilarious.
Absolutely starving. And I would have eaten anything, but I would not
eat that.
Have eaten
that. It was hilarious to the point it could have been very bad very quickly. We sat down. It was chicken parmesan. I mean, at that point, like you said, we're starving. We'll eat anything.
And I love chicken parm, honestly, but
you're Italian.
Not this one.
Yeah, no. So we're sitting there and eating, and one of our lead planners gently, so delicately, put a napkin over her mouth. Very demure,
very mindfully.
See, I can't say that because I'm old, but you sound good saying it. Say it again.
Demure.
Yes. Okay. So
you are. That's good.
So
I do keep you young. You're welcome.
You do. You're like my little fountain of youth. You teach me all kinds
Without me, you'd still be saying like lit.
They don't say that anymore?
Not really.
Really?
Maybe they do, honestly. I'm actually getting kind of old now that I think about it. Actually, you know what? We should have your kids come in and then we can both feel young. They know words I probably have never heard of.
Oh my God. My daughter came out this morning and she told me, she's like, if you're doing a podcast, you should say this on it. And I go, do I look okay? Does this outfit look okay for recording? She's like, you look like you're going to slay all day. I'm like,
okay, I know what slay means. I know what that means.
I do look like I'm going to slay
all day. But I
don't
know. I keep hearing aura. I have no idea what that is.
Aura?
Yeah, A-U-R-A.
Well, you're on the TikTok more than me.
The TikTok?
I don't go on the TikTok. I don't have time to go on the TikTok.
You don't belong there if you're calling it the TikTok. They don't want you there then.
They
don't want you there.
Just log
off.
To
Facebook. Stick to Facebook.
No, Facebook is
That's where you fit best.
I'm on Instagram a lot because Facebook is like going back to MySpace and seeing how bad the neighborhood got.
MySpace?
Do you remember MySpace?
No, because I was too young.
Do you remember Friendster?
I don't know idea what
God,
you
were probably still potty
I had
training.
AOL. Did you use that?
The dial-up with the little guy running?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Next episode, we're going to do a difference of ages.
That one could be long. So much to talk about that one.
But anyway, so the chicken parmesan came. Brittany had, see how we just go off?
I forgot we were talking about that, to be honest. Back to the chicken parm.
Oh, sorry. Rewind.
I just said 3 times already.
Rewind. So back to the chicken parm. So the poor girl just gently spit it in. And our other lead planner was sitting at the other end. And I looked at her, I said, is it everything okay? Did you have like a gristly part? She goes, no. And she cut the middle of the chicken. I am telling you, raw.
Pink, slimy, wet,
They
nasty.
know what raw means.
Still though, like, you know how, like undercooked chicken could just be chicken on the outside and pink in the middle, but this was pink on the outside and inside.
It was
just covered
raw.
with breading. Like we scraped off the breading and it was just like raw chicken.
It was raw.
Tendons and everything.
So Taylor's sitting there across the table, and Taylor's a little bit newer, so she's withheld a little bit until we break her shell a little bit.
I know, I was going to say.
And Taylor literally, as much as Brittany just gently put it in a napkin, Taylor went, and it fell out of her mouth, and I lost it. Every meal was raw chicken. Yeah. And I sent it to my sister-in-law, and she goes, there's a worldwide listeria outbreak. And I'm like, I don't care if there's not. I'm not eating it.
No. Yeah, what?
I mean,
salmonella.
Well, you say Becca makes lemonade out of lemon. She's like, well, I mean, I could stand to lose a few pounds. It's fine. I'm like,
3 days of salmonella. I'm walking out skinny. And I probably won't eat chicken again. Skinny. I'll be vegetarian probably after that.
Until you gain again over the summer, and then you're going to be like, chicken, give me some raw chicken.
But then the DJ was saying that salmonella is for life.
What?
Is it for life?
I don't know. That'd be a Google situation.
I didn't think it was.
I don't want to try it.
I don't know either.
We should Google it. We should use the Google.
The Google. The TikTok. I have no idea. I do want to look at that now.
Oh,
maybe we sound really stupid.
So, all right. Tell them something about me that they don't know. Keep it clean. And then I'll tell something about you that I think is fun.
Something that I know about you that other people wouldn't know, but it has to be clean. Or
they wouldn't know.
And it has to be clean. That's the part that's tripping me out.
Great.
That's the part I can't get past.
Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so
give me a moment
I will say one thing
it.
about Becca is that I actually probably have too much fun with this. She's extremely jumpy. So I could like walk up and tap her on the shoulder. She knows I'm here. And you don't jump out of your skin. I don't know how you manage Halloween or any type of
I don't do Halloween. I don't really like the holiday, to be honest.
I like the candy.
I don't know.
Okay, so I tap her on the shoulder and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm here. Like, I'm here.
I zone out. I zone in. I get so focused on something, and it happens everywhere. Yeah. It happens anytime, anywhere. I'll be just at home.
The other thing I think is funny is not only that, is like, Becca cannot, she can't.
I don't know what you're saying, and I'm very nervous for it, because this could go 17
If I'm
ways.
standing next to her and I'm telling her what to say in an email, she loses all form of English.
I don't remember how to type. I don't remember how to spell.
She can't spell. I'm like, wait, what? Wait. And she's like, I can't do this with you standing over me. And I'm
also, you speak so fast, and I'm trying to catch up, and I know I won't remember if I lose it.
But I speak fast because I'm old, so I'll forget if I don't just get it out there.
I'll forget if I don't type it down. So I'm just usually typing, like, paraphrasing letters that look like the words.
It's not
I
even
get close,
English.
And then she's like, comma, space. That's an H. That's supposed to be a D. I'm like, I'm going to get to it. I'm panicking right now. I panic every time. Every time.
And then I would say on top of that, like, anything I text you, you get scared.
Well, that's because, one, and maybe this is a generational thing, but when you text the letter just K,
is that bad?
I freak out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm usually driving and then my mom
Taylor
yells at
agrees.
me.
If you text me just K, I'm like, she's pissed.
Oh, really?
The first time I got a K text from you, I was very nervous.
Really?
I was like, damn, she does not like me. And now I still have to tell myself every single time. To this day, I still have to tell myself she's not
driving.
mad. She's
like, I'm
just
lazy
and doesn't want to put the O.
And my mom yells at me, so now she's got the Life 360 because she's like, you're texting and driving. And I'm like, no, I'm at a red light. She goes, I see you on the Life 360 moving. Your little car is moving. And I'm like, I gotta delete the circle. You're losing the circle, Mom. I gotta take you out of the circle.
So you do have time to put the O. And AY is even better, too.
I don't have time for the okay.
Oh, God.
Maybe I should save that. Is there a way to save it in your phone?
I have no idea.
But also, I'll text you, like, I've left the office and you've been on a Zoom, and I text you and I'm like,
Call me
when you're done.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I don't want to interrupt your Zoom, and plus I don't want your phone going off in the Zoom, and I obviously can't talk to you while you're on the Zoom.
No, but I was like, call me when you're done. I'm like, oh, shit.
And then you write me back, no, I'm scared. And I'm like, what? No, just call me. Like,
I'm like, just give me just tell me what it is. Give me a heads up. Give me a hint.
That happened at rehearsal the other day.
Yeah,
I knew you were in rehearsal, so I was like, hey, call me when you're done with rehearsal. I should put a smiley face.
But
maybe
you do the same thing if I text you. Can we chat?
Okay.
And you freak out.
I do freak out. Okay, when you text me, and this is a generational thing, leaving a wedding at 2 a.m.
I knew you were
I'm
up.
thinking somebody died, and you're like, what did you write? We need a debrief tomorrow. And I'm like,
hindsight, I do realize that wording was like,
debrief tomorrow? That's the shit they say in court. You can't tell me at 2 a.m. we need a debrief.
And
because I'm calling you.
Parentheses,
I won't be
nothing bad, all good.
Maybe start with that. Everything's great. Can we chat tomorrow about the wedding? Everything went great. Like, but either way, a 2 a.m. text is I'm like, calling you. I won't be able to sleep. I'll be up all night. My heart's racing. What happened? Who died? We had a lady choke at a wedding. Like, it was the mother of the groom. That's not funny.
I didn't laugh.
Where's your glass? We had a lady choke at the wedding. I could use a refill, Taylor. Don't make me laugh. Bar service.
Don't make me laugh.
So the lady choked at a legit wedding.
I don't think I was at this one, right?
No. This was before you. This was years ago. She choked. And, okay, they were going to do the Heimlich on her because she was like choking full on, like had no breath. And one of our leads grabbed a garbage can and ran to her because they were doing the Heimlich to get it out. She pushed the garbage can out of the way and grabbed one of the gift bags out of the table and puked in the gift bag.
You're lying.
I swear to God.
Are you kidding me?
That takes the cake. I was like, so she
made a choice. She made a conscious choice to forebode.
I don't think that's
I'm throwing out words today that I've never used in my life.
See, I told you she loses English.
I do. I have a problem with that. I don't know what the word.
She decided to. She rejected the garbage can.
Yeah, screw the trash can. I'm going to use this
bag.
gift. That's probably like a nice toaster, like a crystal toaster or something.
Oh God, never bring a toaster to a wedding. People want money.
Cash, ideally.
I love when the late guests come in with a massive box. I'm like, here's the toaster, people.
You always know what it is.
Here's the.
Or you can tell when it's just like a bottle of wine. Like,
here's the blender, people.
Unless this is like a $500 bottle of wine.
For sure. What's your favorite part of the wedding day?
I would say the end, but I won't. I would say I like different aspects for different reasons. I love seeing the ladies dress because I like seeing how it all comes together color-wise. I love seeing the florals. So ceremony florals and everything, that's probably one of my favorite parts is seeing just everything together. So after setup is done, I would say. And I also love cake cutting is always really fun. Everyone's always in a good mood for cake cutting. It's
cake.
I like it. I don't know. Everyone is very happy during the cake cutting.
Well, until somebody goes, I didn't hear it announced, and they're running over to you.
That's true. I'm more thinking about the bride and groom because it's always like a fun little ending kind of moment.
I think my favorite part is first look, only because the bride and groom are so anxious. And I always say this, you are separated from your person on the biggest day of your life. And as soon as you do first look, you can physically see their anxiety go down, and they're with their person the rest of the day.
It's such a switch from up to first look to after.
Their whole day. And then it's not having to keep them separated. It's not having to keep them, you know, and their stress goes down, and then they can have champagne and enjoy the rest of their day together. I didn't do a first look on my wedding. It wasn't a thing.
See, I know I'm going to.
I wish I would have done a first look, because I didn't get to see my husband until we walked down the aisle, which was a great moment and great video and pictures. But I missed seeing him all day long, and it was our wedding. So I really, really would do that again. I love first look.
The nice part on my end is that I haven't gotten married yet, so I am just learning everything that I want for my wedding.
She does a Zoom last week, and she's telling the couple, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do at my wedding. And the bride said, oh my God, when are you getting married? And I'm like standing next to her. I go, she's not engaged. She's not even dating anybody.
Single. Yeah, I'm very single.
She's literally the singlest of singles. And she's like, oh, I'm going to do that at my wedding. And I'm like, what?
How can you be a planner and not start thinking about this ahead of time, though?
Yeah. I mean, but I did my wedding, and I would do a million things differently.
And I'm at 100 weddings. I got to start thinking about my wedding. It just puts ideas in my head. Yeah. And honestly, I really have like this much planned out.
I think my least favorite part is packing up at the end of the night.
Oh God, yeah.
Because I'm scared to death to forget something.
Yep.
We have list and checklist and checklist and checklist.
And it's always very, very loud at that point.
It's very
hard
loud.
to
it's
talk.
Very rushed too, especially if they're like doing a private last dance or they're doing a grand exit. We don't want to pull up everything too soon, but we also want to make sure that
you have to find that sweet spot of like people. You don't want them to miss it and say, oh, where's the guest book? You already took it away, but you also want enough time.
Exactly. And there's always the guest who forgets it. And it's like, even the last wedding, we were like rushing to get everything packed up because they were doing a grand exit and they needed certain things in their car to leave.
Yep. And we wanted to have everything already in the car before they even do grand exit.
Everybody wants to leave right after.
Exactly.
So it's like,
you don't want to think about it after. You don't want to go, oh, wait, now I got to go pack up my suitcase after I just got married and did all that.
Yeah, you don't want to go back in and be like, oh, where's this, where's that?
That's why we're there.
Exactly. But I think that's my least favorite part because I feel like you don't want to miss anything. There's a lot of family heirlooms, things like that, but you also want to make sure it's done in a timely manner. But there's a sweet spot of packing it up and not having the guests go, where's this? Where's that? Things like that.
And it changes for every wedding.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
If no one's on the dance floor, I'm pulling those table numbers earlier than typical because no one's sitting down at that point. If there's a lot of people sitting, maybe I might keep them.
Yeah, exactly. And there's always the last minute, oh, where's this?
There's always someone that wants to put their card in at the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Every time. Like, it's been here the whole time.
It's been here.
Why do you even want to hold on to that card? Just get it out.
I want to drop it as soon as I get to a wedding.
First thing, drop it, bye.
Do you judge every wedding now?
Yeah.
I mean, do you judge weddings when you're a guest?
I judge everything in general.
Oh, nice. I will say that's true because I come in
with positive eyes.
I think. What do you wear? I come in and you're like, what are you wearing?
You said the same thing to me. Well, so who do I learn it from?
Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Who's my mentor?
So something else you learned from me to judge everything.
Yeah. See, I'm learning good things. Like these are like personal skills too.
What do you think are different trends? I know we talked about Jersey versus and Philly versus Florida. What are different trends that are you seeing? And I know we're just starting our wedding season out.
Yeah.
But what are different trends that you are seeing?
I say there's a ton of QR codes.
QR codes are very big right now.
They're a very big thing. Mm-hmm. QR codes, grand exits.
I think those are fading out slowly. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I hope they do.
They are fun.
Putting fire, because half the time I say it's sparklers, putting fire in 200 drunk people's hands and then getting them to stand in 2 single file lines and stay there.
Always a good call.
It's crazy. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, let me bring out a giant torch and light all these people's sparklers.
And half of them can't stand up.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of times the bride and groom they're doing a grand exit, but they're not thinking about the relief went down, they're drinking, they're partying. Yep. And we had a wedding over the weekend and she said, don't drop me. And he dropped her, dropped her.
Fully did. Yep.
Fully dropped her. And then you see him trying to pick her up, trying to get her up, trying to lift her up. And
she wasn't having it.
No, she wasn't getting up easy. And then you feel bad because it's like you spend so much money on this day. You spend so much energy planning and you want it to go the details.
100% as you want it to be the perfect day, exactly how you envision. And I would say it really always doesn't come out like that.
No.
But as long as you make the best of it and enjoy the day, then you're fine.
Well, I think that too. I think the main thing is feel the moments, feel the day.
Yeah. Things can happen, you know, and that's when you just pivot and you adapt.
Things are going to happen. At that point, it's like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Enjoy your moment. Listen to your vows. I've had brides say, I don't even remember what I said. Listen to your vows. Feel the moments. I don't want to cry before first look. Cry. Yeah. Feel all that feels. That's what makes those moments in your photography and your videography
real.
Exactly. Yep. And one thing we did start doing, because the bride and groom, at the end of the night, it's a long day. They had hair and makeup starting at 7:30 in the morning. And
it's usually a 12 to 14 hour day.
It's a long day for them. So one thing we did start doing is we send a few of the BTS photos that we took during the day for them to look at that night or the next morning when they wake up together. We also started, even though we tell them at the night, hey, the gift card box is in your mom's car and this is in this car and that's in that car. And we packed up this and we packed up some extra food and where the cake is, all these different things. They're not going to remember the next day. They're like in a whirlwind of wedding bliss. So what we did start doing is we text them at the end of the night. Here's a few BTS photos. Here's a list of where everything is. And I feel like that's
where everything is.
And this is in mom's car. That's in mom's car. Just a quick recap, kind of a thing of where everything is. And then we get into, I feel like it's been very positive. Like the responses I've gotten that night are like, thank you so much. Or the next morning, thank you so much. Things like that. So I think it's really, I like it. And I feel like
I like it too.
It kind of keeps from the next day of where is this? Where is that?
Because when I wake up the next day, I'm not necessarily hungover, but
you have a wedding hangover.
Physically,
A wedding hangover is very real.
It's the full body. You feel achy, tired, dehydrated, exhausted,
very dehydrated.
Sore.
Yeah.
And then if you have another one the next day, then on the third day you're...
Well, that's what happened this weekend. We had a late one on Friday. It ended at like 11:30, 12, grand exit. And then it was a quick turnaround on Saturday because we had to be there so early on Saturday.
Be there at 12.
So it was like get up, go, get coffee.
Repeat.
Get some Motrin and let's roll.
And then Sunday horizontal.
Yeah.
Straight horizontal.
Would you teach me? It was a rot day. Sunday's a rot day.
Yeah.
Which I can't do because I have kids and a family. I should come to your house on a Sunday because I can't do a rot day.
You would look at my house and be like, this is how you live?
Oh God.
It's not bad. It's just
no meetings at Becca's.
I'm living my age with I fit my age.
Okay, I want to see your house.
It's a fun place, but I don't know how you would do there.
I totally want to see your house now.
I just thought of another trend though. Mirrors. I see mirrors everywhere.
Did you see the guests the other day? It was a mirror that had a signage and everything, and they were like checking their hair in the mirror.
Every single girl I passed was taking a selfie in that mirror, which is what the mirror was for.
Yeah, it was cute. It was really cute.
Mirror welcome signs, mirror seating charts, mirror everything.
Mirrors everywhere.
Mirror aisle.
Yeah, I think the memorial table's going away a little bit, and people are doing more of a timeless love with their grandparents' wedding photos, their parents' wedding photos.
Yeah, I do like that.
I do love that. I think it's a way to honor the people and the guests who have been there for you and who kind of paved the road for your love story.
I like bouquet charms too because it's just a little personal thing and it's close to you the whole time. I like those.
I think it's important to incorporate those things, and that's what makes it special. Any trends that you're seeing that are more Florida or Palm Beach rather than Universal? I know in Miami, HoraLoca.
Rather than Universal,
like everywhere.
Oh, I'm thinking of the park. You phrased it like that. Trends wise,
like I know Miami, they do a lot of the HoraLoca and things like that, and Crazy Hour where they have the glow sticks and the LED guys and the CO2 guns and things like that. That to me is more Miami. I don't see it as much in Palm Beach. I don't think I've done HoraLoca guys or the LED light up guys in probably a year.
I haven't done any of those.
But we've done it in Miami a lot.
I feel like Miami is very much party-esque.
Miami weddings go all night.
Yeah, nightlife.
They're inviting me to the after party, and I'm like,
at that point, oh God,
I'm good.
I'll have
Thank
one
you
drink
so much.
Done.
Or we've had the couple invite us to.
I've been invited out to bars after like 75% of the weddings.
Yeah, no.
Or asked on dates at the weddings
by father of the bride.
The first, we had like 4 weddings in a row.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I have to put on a fake ring because it's getting.
Yeah, which
annoying.
I don't know if that's going to help.
I don't think it would, but it might deter maybe, I don't know, 30%. Might do something.
She's like, I'm not a numbers girl. But I think I can save myself from 30%.
I think if I did wear it, and I think I'd be like, damn, why is no one saying anything about me?
And you're gonna be like, Jackie, take my fake ring.
No, I'll be like, take this off. I'm putting my hair down. I want to look better. I felt a lot better when I got, offers.
As far as Palm Beach, I do like the Grand Exit, but I think they're going away. I think hybrid is coming in hot this season.
like music wise.
Yeah, hybrid's coming in hot. I love a live aspect. I love that your DJ is not locked. You know, a DJ is great. A DJ is fantastic. But when you have a live sax and a drummer playing along,
the sax
we did it on Friday.
One of the biggest things, and they had an LED sax.
They had an LED sax. He got on the dance floor. It's very interactive with everybody, and people love that. The guests go crazy over it. So I really love the hybrid, even sometimes versus a band, depending on your band.
Depends. Yeah, I've had really good bands, and really, the band can make or break it.
Yeah, I mean, just like the DJ.
That's true.
That's your entertainment.
Pretty much any vendor can make or break it. Some not so much as others.
Yeah,
but the big players, catering, DJ, photography, planners, I think those can all
100%
make or break your wedding.
100%.
And that's the ones you want to, spend the money on.
100%. We could sit here all day, but
we could.
We'll run out of champagne.
I already did.
I already have one left.
Listen, it's a Monday.
It's not Monday. It's Tuesday.
I don't know what day it is. It's been a long week. It's been a long month.
This is our Palm Beach first ever podcast with our Palm Beach team. You're going to see more of us out of here. We're going to have some other owners fly in. Again, we're going to have our team here. We are going to have some vendors on here.
Yep.
I mean,
we should get a past bride on. That would be so
cool. I would
cool.
Totally. Any past brides you want to come on our podcast, please come on. I would love to do your dad or my dad for Father of the Bride stories.
My dad?
Well, he wasn't Father of the Bride, so maybe my dad. We'll do my dad, if you can remember. Same thing for Mother's Day. I know the Myrtle Beach office filmed a Mother's Day one with her mom, and that was so cute. So I think it's important to like bring our personal aspects in. We know so much about our couples and their personal lives, and we're open books. We love to share. We love to chat with you guys.
I feel like we become friends with more than half of our brides.
The bride on Saturday texted me. She's like, "This is an end of an era, and we will miss you guys immensely." I'm like, "Keep in touch," and I do.
Really
I keep in touch with
build relationships, especially these ones that book so far out that you're with them for a long time.
It's the biggest day of their life, and you're there for to see it come.
And then it's sad when it's over.
It's bittersweet. You hug them goodbye at the end of the night, and you're like, "Okay," and they're like, "Oh my God, it's over." And
if you ever happen to get divorced, I'll see you again.
Oh God, no, we don't. We want to plan baby showers and bridal shower or baby showers and gender reveals. That's what I saw. One of my past brides at the wedding Saturday, and I was like, when are we doing a gender reveal? When are we going to do a baby shower? She goes, "Oh, I'm calling you." So yeah, keep in touch. Follow us on socials, and I do. Our couples do follow us on socials, which is a lot of fun too.
I usually try and wait until the end, but
I like to see my couples from years ago having babies and growing their families, and it's super exciting for us. Keep in touch with us too. We are going to be back on This Takes the Cake in Palm Beach. We also have our filming in Myrtle Beach, and we'll probably be flying up there and doing something up there too. Having our girls flying down here and do some here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of This Takes the Cake. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Spotify, and follow us on Apple iTunes. That's our Palm Beach team. I'm Jackie.
I'm Becca.
See you next time.